Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about offensive positioning. It's a hard topic to talk about due to its dynamic nature, especially when you need to break an airtight defense. So when talking about the basics, I'm going to stick with the common scenario of where should I be when my teammate is going to pass from their corner. The common issues you're probably running into when it comes to offensive positioning are one of the following. Being too close to the enemy goal, causing you to miss high passes or the ball goes over your head completely. You might be facing issues with reaching certain passes because you're falling behind your teammate at the wrong time. And finally, you might be having trouble defending against enemy clears or recentering them. These are the main things we're going to try to look into fixing today. Diving right in, there are three main positions that I want to highlight in this video. As mentioned before, offense could be very dynamic, so you can obviously be anywhere you want on the field. But these are the three main go-to places and kind of the pros and cons. Assuming the teammate is pushing up the right side, of course, so if he's going up the left, then just kind of flip the positioning. Position 1 is going to be the far post position, opposite of where your teammate is passing from. The biggest pro and advantage of this is going to be that you're going to be able to receive and score pretty much any scoreable pass, even if it's moving pretty quick, because you can attack the full length of the goal. Kind of like when you're defending as goalie, you can defend any ball when you're far post because you can defend the full length of the goal. This is going to be the most offensive position, but it's also the weakest in terms of handling clears that go back on the same side of where your teammate is passing from. Position 2 is my personal favorite. I typically sit where the ball spawns or on the penny in front of it. It can score virtually any easy goal, so you won't be missing anything silly in case all the opponents whiff somehow. On clears, if the opponents aren't close, you're going to be able to get back to the ball quickly and recenter the ball. But even if they are close and they get to it first, you're going to be able to easily go into a shadow defense position, allowing you to stall for time while your teammate recovers and rotate far post to be able to back you up before you go for your challenge. This is going to be the most neutral position and generally my default when I'm not too sure how events are going to unfold. Moving on to position 3, this is the one position that I see the most in the lower ranks that gets people in trouble, where they're going to end up too far to actually score a lot of the centered balls. The biggest advantage of this position is the ability to recenter clears, especially from the same side. I will most likely use this position when I see two defenders ready to clear and I can expect the ball to be cleared on the same side that my teammate is pushing up on. There's going to be moments where the ball pinches in a weird way and that you can score from this side, but it doesn't cover as many successful passes as positions 1 or 2. Now that we've talked about the three different positions, you'll most likely have noticed a sort of a trend here. The closer you get to the enemy far post, the more aggressive the positioning is. And the closer you get to the same side that you're pushing up on, the more defensive you are and the higher chance you have at potentially recentering the ball. As a rule of thumb, I'll most likely take positions 1 or 2 if the enemy defenders are a bit tripped up on the rotation back or in a 2-on-1 situation, but if the enemy is perfectly rotated back and ready to clear the ball, I'll go for position number 3 in order to potentially recenter and pressure clears that go over my teammate. Anyways, that's all from me as far as basic offensive positioning goes. In a previous video, I talked about defensive positioning, so if you're interested in that or haven't seen it, then please check it out. I'll have a link in the description below and a link on the top right here. And of course, before we go, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, just so that I know it helped someone out there, which really motivates me to continue making this kind of content. So I would really appreciate it if you would take some time to do that real quick, and I will catch you next time.